Alright, now that it's been about a week since we have had the mod update and other quality of life updates incorporated into the game, and we've had time to experience them, play around with them, test them out. I just wanted to make an opinion piece on what I think about these. Some of it's pretty good, and some of it, not so much. Before we get into that, I wanted to hop into here, because Boosh originally was a 20-day event. Now we're down to 9 days left, 9.5-ish days left. What I'm thinking is we have all the requirements for Java currently, and Boosh is one of those requirements. So obviously there's not going to be any more requirements, which means there's not going to be any more new marquee characters. So what I'm thinking is at the end of this 9.5-ish days that Boosh is still available to farm, I think then we will get the kit reveal for Java. And then usually when you get the kit reveal, shortly thereafter the character's added to the game, and then the event goes active and all that. So I'm thinking maybe within like a week after this 9 days expires, we might have a little bit more information about Java. I just want to point that out because, well, probably like most of you, I listened to Arnold T101, and a while back he thought that the kit reveal was going to be coming out pretty soon for Java, and he was mistaken, which is, understandable. But yeah, I got to thinking about it, and I was like, what if it's actually correlated to this? Because I think he got that information from the video. I still need to watch that video, and I wanted to record it and add it to my channel as well. Haven't done it yet, but it is a plan. But anyways, I think he got that information from there, why he thought that it would be coming out soon. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just a speculation. Anyhow, on to some of the QOLs. So for one thing that is good, let me just try to get this set up perfect. Let's get into it. So, you have this. They're going and doing their turn. Boom. Forfeit. It's about fucking time that we can do that. Like, I don't know why it took CG 6.5 years to do a function that's should have been pretty basic, Yeah, there's been so many battles that I've been stuck behind, with the opponent just going and going and going, and maybe they're just slowly whittling me down, but my team keeps getting like stun locked or something. I'm just standing here watching it like, okay, this is getting ridiculous now. And you couldn't do anything because it would be blocked out, and they finally added the functionality so that way then you can exit whenever. Like, look, see, he went, and I can go. Waiting to see if they take a turn just so we can do it. Okay, he's going, boom, I could forfeit. Normally when the opponent was going, that menu wasn't even accessible. It was grayed out. So, geez, there you go, CG, it's about time. 6.5 years. Most games have that day one. It took CG 6.5 years. But, I guess as they say, better late than never. I mean, this is a bit severely late, but at least I finally have the functionality, so if I'm losing or something like in Conquest, I don't have to sit there and watch my opponent slowly whittle me down. I can at least dip out and call it a day. Anyways, there we go. This is ended. Perfect timing, because I don't have anything more to say on that. The next part I'm going to talk about is the bad now, which is the mod update. I personally do not like this mod update in any regard. For starters, I just don't like how it looks. I find this a little bit more clunky. Like it's still relatively straightforward, but I just feel like it's a little more clunky, and I'm not a fan of that. And I do not like this menu at all right here. I don't know, it's just, it still works. And obviously, over time, I'll get even more used to it. Like, obviously, I am used to it. It's been out for a couple of weeks. But overall, this is just, I don't know, it's not my style. I liked how it was, not how it currently is. Is this mods? Yeah, let's keep going. The other thing, actually, while we're sitting here, that I've noticed is, so this is cool. We have a lot more options. Before, when you used to farm these materials, you only had, what did we have? One option, I think? Yeah, we had one option. Now there's 3, which is pretty cool. They added a lot more areas to farm. However, The cheapest one is 14 energy. 14, 18, and 18. If I am not mistaken, which I'm not sure, maybe I am mistaken, but if I'm not, it used to be only 12 energy. So I kind of feel like, okay, you gave some to us, but you also took some away. You know what I mean? You gave us 2 more areas that we can farm, but you made it more expensive. So I'm not really a fan of that either. Another thing I don't like, I do not like this calibrating nonsense. Let me get into one that you can't actually calibrate. I'm not a fan of this calibration stuff. On the surface, it's pretty cool. Because you have the potential to make a mod better. But I feel like this is just another cash grab opportunity. For one, again, I watch Arnold T101, and it seems like, you know, you don't get the spins, drops, whatever you want to say, like you think you'd get. They kind of just give you any random nonsense, and sometimes it's actually a downgrade. Your mod gets worse. Like, the whole point of calibrating is to make it better. So why is a downgrade an option? I don't understand why CG put that in the code, that you could get a worse mod when you're trying to make it better. There's actually some examples on the forums. I'm going to go to them just because it's easier than me just blindly talking here. So we have this forum thread here that's share your improved mods here. It's under the new characters and strategy section. But yeah, this person posted that on their very first attempt with the new calibration, he said, I hit improve my stats, and then this is what he got. As you can tell, it says the defense went from 28 to 25. It went down. Like, how is that an improvement? And then somebody else posted one that showed that their tenacity went from 7.11% down to 5.84, which I actually feel like that's probably worse than the other one, because this is a percentage. So, you know, that being 1.5-ish, I'd say 1.25%. You know, that's going to affect an overall number versus this. At least it's a flat rate. It went down by 3. Okay, your defense went down to a flat 3 versus a percentage. Unfortunately, that's all they have in this thread. But still, it just shows examples. And Arnold had the same thing. I watched his video where he had a few that he tried to calibrate and they got worse. So then he goes to cancel it, and I forget whatever happened there, but yeah, it's not as juicy as you'd want it to be. Another thing that I don't like about this new mod system is that it shows all these mods over here. My assigned mods. I don't want to see my assigned mods. Now, I know there's this, manage mods, and I even set up a filter, only unassigned, and then you filter mods, and you can back out, and then you don't see the filters, but, like, it's temporary. As soon as I back out of the character, I go back into them. Oh, hold on. Well, it's staying for now. Normally it doesn't, hold on. Normally it doesn't stay. Give me a second. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Okay, I don't know why this is working now. It usually doesn't work. But, yeah, I don't like seeing all the assigned ones. They're assigned. I don't consider those as being options if they're assigned. And then I tried locking down the mods too, and that made no difference. I thought maybe if I lock them down to the character, that will make them appear as being unavailable. Nope, didn't work. So I don't like that either. At the end of the day, I'm not a fan of mods anyways. I mean, I get it. They make your characters more customizable, so not everybody's is the same. Somebody might have a cup that's actually viable because the mods on them are pretty solid, where another one has a basic cup who sucks, and one has an intermediate cup. Not like cup ever is good, but you know what I'm trying to get at. But there's that. But I just don't. I've never been a fan of mods because they just feel like they take forever to work on and get to 6-star and all that. Like, all of these characters that I have favorited, most of them are just a matter of I need to work on their mods. Everybody that's Relic 5, I need to work on their mods. And it just takes so long, and I hate it. So I'm thinking, if anything, the mod update should have been that the drops for mods are even higher Like, they're pretty good now. You can do 3 spins and end up getting 5-6 drops. But maybe they should have made it better so 3 spins could give you 10. That way then you can rip right through this. I mean, seriously, Django's been cruising. I don't know what's going on here. He's been cruising. But normally, this takes me at least 2 weeks to get a whole mod set from, you know, regular, whatever you call this, 5 dot to 6 dot. And that's just ridiculous. And then I have all these favorited characters that are just sitting around forever. Oh, perfect over here is case in point what I was saying about how, you know, the assigned mods show up. They're back. My filters are expired apparently now. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So, yeah, I just hate how long it takes. Django, though, like I said, has been going fast. I think I only started working on his mods yesterday, so I don't understand how he's got 3 already to 6 dots. Something good's been happening, but, like, that's how I wish it was all the time. If they did some kind of change that made this go so much faster, that would be better. One thing they did do, I don't know how to prove it, but they did say, I think it was the triangles, that they gave them better drop rates, because the triangles basically are super rare for some reason, so that's better that they have better drop rates and more, more presence in the game. That's good. I thought there was one other thing to talk about with these new mod changes. No, that might be it. So yeah, overall, not really a fan of the mods, the mod change. I don't like the idea of the calibration's cool, but it's just a cash grab, and it's too much of a pain in the dick. And then the other thing too is, the more that you modify a mod or calibrate, whatever. Why is it that? That's weird. Anyways, but yeah, the more that you do it, the more that it becomes costly. So it's not even a flat rate. That's the other thing that's unattractive. That it becomes, like right now it's 15. And I don't know if I did this, but it would go. I'm not going to do it because it's probably going to make it worse. What is this talking about? Anyways, but yeah, maybe the next round's 30, and then it gets to a point where it is pretty expensive. Like, I'm trying to think of Arnold's video. I think his got all the way up to like 90 or something. He was like, "Screw that! I'm not calibrating this anymore. It's too costly for what it's worth." So, you know, that's always attractive too. More cash grabs. I just feel like calibrating mods is going to be another thing that I just don't do in this game. I don't do datacrons at all because datacrons are kind of stupid and useless. I have all this junk down here, but I don't understand what it's for, so it just sits there. I don't care. I'm most likely never going to use a datacron or upgrade a datacron or anything, because, like I said, they're worthless. You work on them for 3 months, and then they get dismembered, and you have to start over. What's the point? Why do I want to invest all this time and effort just for it to be a temporary thing? It's one thing if it lasted forever, like a Zeta or an Omicron, okay, fine, but that's not even the case. So you're going to put all this work in for nothing. Now, granted, yes, a mod calibration does last forever. It's not a temporary thing, but it's hit or miss. As we saw in the forums, you can downgrade your mod. Well, I'm not trying to downgrade it. I'm trying to upgrade it. It's the whole point. That's why I got it to 6 dot. That's why I'm getting it to blue or whatever, you know? That's why I'm calibrating it, to make it as optimum as I can. Not make it be a gold 6 dot mod, but then downgrade it. Like, what? So, yeah, that's basically my thoughts on this. It's a cool initiative, I guess, but it's CG, so of course it sucks. And yeah, I guess that's all I got for now. If you think similar to me, if there's something that I'm missing, maybe I'm an idiot, you know, and I didn't think of something, and there's something good about mods that you could point out, about the mod changes, I mean, that you can point out or something, have a conversation, drop me a comment, that'd be cool. I'll read it happily, respond if it's respondable, and yeah, until next time, I said see ya.